Hello, shall we start? Mrunal Chauhan, नाजनीन इनामदार, प्राजक्ता गाडगे, प्रसाद साळुंके, प्रशांत बुधावले, रितू शेलार.
Yes, sir.
Shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So, Ritu, can you tell me which points last time we were discussing? Yes, Ritu Shelar. Okay, well, so already we have started last time and from environmental science, environmental microbiology, and as I have told you people, environment is nothing but anything around us. We call it as a environment. And what happens? N number of activities occurs in this environment, and of this n number of the activities, the microbial activities we have to study. So in short, it is the study of earth, air, water, living organisms, and the man and his impact on the environment. We call it as a environmental microbiology. And in this environmental microbiology, the unit which is assigned to me, so we have, I think we have seen last time general characteristic properties of the liquid waste, general characteristic properties of the sewage. So this liquid waste is basically of two types, what you can say, this a solid waste and a liquid waste. So we have to find out, we have to determine the characteristic properties of the liquid waste, that is electrical conductivity, the pH, then the what you can say, this chlorides, sulfates, oil and grease, total solids, total suspended solids, total dissolved solids, total volatile solids, and pH, BOD, COD, and on the basis of characteristic properties, on the basis of determination of these values, we can assess or we can determine the quality of the waste, whether it is a solid waste is there or liquid waste is there, and when that solid waste, whether it is come from industry or whether it is come from this industry, municipality or household waste, the its impact on the environment. So when we'll decide, when we'll determine, when we'll find out its impact, we'll find out its impact when it's what you can say this the desirable disposable values, desirable disposable values. So what happens, these desirable disposable values are there, and last time I hope that we have seen some of these characteristic properties of this waste, and of these various characteristic properties we have already seen, I think, electrical conductivity, and depending upon this electrical conductivity, what happens, so we can judge this quality of the sewage, that is whether it is solid waste is there or liquid waste is there. So when we'll determine its electrical conductivity, and in this electrical conductivity we have seen that is the conductance is the reciprocal of a resistance, which is measured usually, and what happens depending upon what you can say this the water which is free from these organic or inorganic entities, which will have less conductivity, whereas this liquid waste or this waste is having high electrical conductivity. We can find out conclusion that the water is polluted, or depending upon the what you can say this value of electrical conductivity, we can categorize or we can assess, classify this waste. So in a similar fashion, electrical conductivity we have seen what you can say this chlorides, sulfates, etc. And one of the most important characteristic properties which are required or which you can assess by you people, and these characteristic properties are nothing but, I think, we have seen last time, biochemical oxygen demand. So these BOD and COD, these are the techniques or procedures which can determine the efficiency of ESTP, that is sewage treatment plants, and on the basis of values which will obtain. So that BOD and COD, these are the procedures, these are the methods, these are the techniques to determine the organic content of the sewage. And when we'll perform this procedure, when we'll perform this technique, we will get idea about this sewage quality or sewage organic load. सो तर लास्ट टाइम आपण मला वाटते बीओडी पाहिलेलं आहे आणि मला वाटतं सीओडी सुद्धा पाहिलेलं आहे. एनीबडी इज देअर हू वर प्रेझेंट फॉर लास्ट लेक्चर? 17 peoples are there. Nazneen, you were present for my last lecture? Yes,
Yes,
Nazneen.
sir.
Which point we were discussing last time? Yes, Nazneen. So this BOD test, that is we call it
COD and PH.
COD आणि पीएच हे झालेलं आहे का? बर 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 बर
हाँ.
बर आपण बघा. हा, मग ह्या बीओडीच्या टिपिकल व्हॅल्यूज वगैरे सांगितलेल्या आहेत. ओके, मग हे दीज आर दी सम ऑफ दिस महाराष्ट्र पोल्युशन कंट्रोल बोर्ड, अमेरिकन वॉटर वर्क्स असोसिएशन, अमेरिकन पब्लिक हेल्थ association. These are the some of these regulatory or controlling bodies or controlling authorities. तर केमिकल ऑक्सिजन डिमांड आपण लास्ट टाइम पाहिलेलं होतं असं कोणतरी आता म्हणालं. तर बीओडी आणि सीओडी ह्या ज्या काही टेक्निक्स आहेत, याच्यापैकी सीओडी विच विल गिव्ह यू विदिन शॉर्ट पिरियड ऑफ टाइम द रिझल्ट्स, and as compared to BOD technique, as compared to BOD method, COD is more efficient, COD is more reliable, COD results are promising, COD results are consistent in nature. whereas BOD results are not consistent, not reproducible results, whereas BOD results are not reproducible results, whereas COD results are reproducible results. Therefore, what happens in case of COD, one strong chemical oxidizing agent, that is K2Cr2O7, is used for this decomposition or degradation of organic matter in the COD procedure. And excess CO, that is K2Cr2O7, is by back titrating with ferrous ammonium sulfate. By using the indicator, we can determine the organic content of the sewage. So ह्या BOD आणि COD जे काही टेक्निक्स आहेत, so as long as whenever you would like to join in any industry, they are having their ETP plants, effluent treatment plant, or STP plant, sewage treatment plants, and you have to determine its functioning, you have to determine its efficiency, you have to determine its whether they are working properly or not. You have to perform these two techniques, so you have to remember the procedural part. And in this procedural part of the COD, what happens, the liquid sample is what you can say this digested in presence of concentrated H2SO4 and heat, and with some of these catalysts, and as a result, what happens for the decomposition, degradation of organic matter to complete hydrolysis, that is carbon dioxide and water, some amount of what we can say this, some amount of K2Cr2O7 is used, and excess K2Cr2O7 is determined later on. So COD is always values are too large if great amounts of biological resistant organic matter is present. For example, lignin, which is not detected in case of BOD. हे फॉर्म्युला वगैरे झाले ना लास्ट टाइम? Yes. pH. So of these various characteristic properties, we have to determine pH of the liquid waste, and on the basis of pH also you can determine or decide the quality of the sewage, whether it is fit to dispose of into the natural environment. So most of the times it has been found that pH of the fresh sewage is more than 7.0. It is highly alkaline, and usually pH goes down on standing of this liquid waste. The degradation of organic matter is pH dependent. Therefore, it is important to find out the pH of the liquid waste. Then the aerobic biological processes is interfered if pH of sewage is either less than 5 or more than 10. So what happens that aquatic life is get hampered if the pH of the sewage is too less, or it is too high. If it is less than 5 or if it is greater than 10, then this it interferes this aquatic life of the liquid waste. Then presence of industrial waste makes sewage acidic. pH is mainly useful to control the treatment of processes. The anaerobic digestion of the organic matter can be controlled by the adjustment of pH. The next question arises, as all of you are aware, how to find out, how to detect, how to determine, or how to check, or how to assess the pH. And the classic technique which we follow in our laboratory, that is by use of pH paper strip, and those pH paper strips are available from pH 1 or pH 2 to pH 12 or pH 14. and depending upon the concentration of H plus ions or depending upon concentration of OH minus ions, you will get the different types of the colors to these pH paper strips. And apart from that pH paper strip, pH meter, one of the most reliable technique for measuring this pH meter. Apart from pH meter, there are n number of the pH indicating dyes are there. pH indicating dyes are there. So with the help of those pH indicating dyes, also we can detect the pH. So this is in short about the pH. The next point, that is the next characteristic property you have to find out, you have to determine, that is TS, and TS stands for total solids. What happens, the liquid waste, that is the liquid waste which contains various kinds of the solids, and that solids is again of different types, and all this collectively various types of solids, it is called as a total solids. Now there is a suspended solids is there, volatile solids are there, dissolved solids are there, and collectively it is called as a total solids. The term total solids refers to matter suspended or dissolved in a water or in a wastewater, and it is related to both specific conductance and turbidity. It is called as a total solids. What is that total solids? The term total solids is refers to a matter or matter which is suspended, dissolved in water or dissolved in a wastewater, and is related to both specific conductance. As earlier we have seen the characteristic property of the waste, conductance and turbidity. So what happens, conductance and turbidity are, what you can say this, as conductance goes on increasing, turbidity will goes on increasing, and as a result total solids will also go on increasing. And again, as an increase in total solids, conductance and turbidity, it will have it will have a cumulative or comprehensive effect on this aquatic system, natural aquatic system, whether it is oceans are there, whether it is ponds are there, rivers are there, or lakes are there. Therefore it is most essential, therefore it is most important, you should be aware of, characteristic property of the waste, that is the total solids. The total solids also referred to as a total residue. This is the term used for material left in a container after evaporation and drying of water sample, the given water sample. So this total solids includes both total suspended solids, that is portion of total solids retained by a filter paper, and total dissolved solids. तर ऑल ऑफ यू रिमेंबर वेल, आपल्या कशामध्ये सिलेबस मध्ये असं म्हटलेलं आहे, टोटल सॉलिड्स. तुमची जी काय अर्लियर एक्झामिनेशन सिस्टीम डिफाईन होतं त्याच्यामध्ये 1 मार्कला किंवा 2 मार्कला विचारलं जाण्याचे चान्सेस होते. टोटल सॉलिड्स म्हणजे काय, तर टोटल सॉलिड्स म्हणजे काय, विच इन्क्लूड्स both total suspended solids, that is portion of the solids which is retained by the filter, and dissolved solids. Again, in case of the dissolved solids, one more terminology or one more kind of the solids are there, that is we call it as a volatile solids. volatile solids. तर ते आपणाला काय पाहायचं आहे, आपणाला कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक प्रॉपर्टी पाहिजे वेस्टची, कुठली, total solids. total solids. The next question arises, that is how to determine, how to find out these total solids can be measured by evaporating a water sample in a wet dish, crucible dish, and then drying the residue in an oven at 103 to 105 degrees centigrade, and increase in weight of the dish represent the total solids. तर टोटल सॉलिड्स काढण्यासाठी काय केमिस्ट्रीमध्ये जसं तुम्ही पाहिलं असेल क्रुसिबल असते पोर्सिलिन क्रुसिबल, ती क्रुसिबलचं काय करायची ड्राय करायचं वेट करायचं आणि त्याच्यामध्ये either 5 ml 10 ml 20 ml as per standard procedures they have been mentioned. You have to take this liquid waste and that liquid waste you have to dry at 103 to 105 degrees centigrade for half an hour, and after drying it for half an hour at 103 to 105 degrees centigrade, that is difference in initial weight and difference after that evaporating at 103 to 105 degrees centigrade for half an hour, that will be the total solids. And on the basis of as per standards of what you can say this MPCB, Maharashtra Pollution Control Standards, as per American Water Works Association standards or American Public Health Association standards, they have given certain standards, and then you have to check the total solid content, that is milligram per liter किती आहे, and on the basis of that value milligram per liter, the value total solid values, you can assess the quality or you can judge the quality or you can determine the quality of the sewage, whether it is fit to dispose of it into the natural environment or not. तर त्यासाठी ते टोटल सॉलिड्स काढायचं असतं, ते तुम्हाला माहिती पाहिजे, ते तुमच्या सिलेबस मध्ये आहे टोटल सॉलिड्स. नाजनीन इनामदार समजते का टोटल सॉलिड्स असं लिहिलेलं आहे, टोटल सॉलिड्स असं लिहिलेलं आहे. Yes, is there any doubt regarding Nazanin? Are you there? Total.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. आता त्याच्यानंतर पुढचा पॉइंट आहे टोटल सस्पेंडेड सॉलिड्स, and the abbreviation for total suspended solids is a TSS. It is a approved abbreviation in your published scientific published reference literature. That total suspended solids are the solids. Total suspended solids are the solids in water that can be trapped by filter, and TSS can include a wide variety of materials such as sleet is there, decaying plant and animal matter is there, industrial solid waste are there, and sewage. And high concentration of suspended solids can cause many problems for stream health and aquatic health life. Aquatic health life. So the effects of total suspended solids, that is because of high total solid content, can block light from reaching the submerged vegetation. One of the most important effect of total high total solids content can block the light from reaching submerged vegetation. जे पाण्याच्या तळाशी जे काय वनस्पती आहेत किंवा लिव्हिंग एंटिटीज आहेत, and all that living entities require light for their vital metabolic activities, and that light is trapped by these total suspended solids. As the amount of light passing through the water is reduced, see here, photosynthesis slows down. Reduced rates of photosynthesis causes less dissolved oxygen to be released into the water by the plants. If if light is completely blocked from bottom dwelling plants, the plants will stop producing oxygen, and because of unavailability of the oxygen, again it will create obnoxious conditions, it will create a nuisance, and it will have adverse effect on this aquatic living system. And that when they will stop producing oxygen, and they will die. Who will die? That is the plants and other living entities which are present in that aquatic system. Therefore it is most important, therefore it is a necessary to determine these total solid contents, and you should be aware of effect of high TSS. As the plants are decomposed, bacteria will use up even more oxygen from the water. The low dissolved oxygen can lead to the killing of the fish. Then high TSS can also cause an increase in surface water temperature. Then because of suspended particles also absorb heat from sunlight, and this can cause again and dissolved oxygen levels to fall even. That then, as because of increase in temperature, whatever oxygen which is present in that aquatic system, there will be the escape of that oxygen, or oxygen will be removed from that aquatic system, and again it will have adverse effect. So this can cause dissolved oxygen levels to fall even further, because warmer waters can hold less DO. As you are aware, in determining this BOD, biochemical oxygen, used to determine what is the initial DO and what is the final DO, that is the dissolved oxygen present initially and dissolved oxygen which is present finally. So used to keep the BOD bottles for that purpose at low temperature. So there is at elevated temperature, there is no mechanical exclusion of oxygen from the water. Therefore used to keep at low temperature. Here they have been mentioned the effect of high TSS. At high TSS can cause increase in surface water temperature, and as a result of increase in surface water temperature, the suspended particles which are present in the water, they absorb heat from sunlight, and this cause the dissolved oxygen levels to fall even further, because the warmer waters can hold less dew and can harm aquatic life in many ways. So this uh, effect of high TSS block, it can block the light from this bottom, and as a result it will have adverse effect. So apart from that, so the decrease in water clarity which is caused by TSS can affect the ability of the fish to see and catch the food. Uh, because of this opaque, or because of this turbid nature of the water, because of presence of high TSS. The suspended sediment can also uh, clog gills, reduce growth rates, decrease resistance to disease, and prevent egg and larval development. At present, we are discussing about the effect of high TSS. So this is another effect, that is, it is having adverse effect on this fish gills, which reduces this its growth rates, decrease resistance to disease, and prevent egg and larval development. So when suspended solids settle to the bottom of water body, they can be smoother the eggs of fish and aquatic insects, as well as suffocate newly hatched insect larvae, insect larvae, and that is, there is no development of such newly hatched insect larvae. Settling sediment can fill in spaces between rocks. The sediment which is settled, which will fill the spaces between the rocks, which could have been used by aquatic microorganisms for homes. So their homes will be destroyed. High TSS in water body can often mean higher concentration of bacteria, nutrients, pesticides, and metals in water. And these pollutants may attach to the sediment particles on the land and be carried into the water bodies with storm water. In water, the pollutants may be released by the sediment or travel further downstream. That is, it is mentioned by this federal interagency stream registration working group. So at high TSS can cause problems for industrial use because the solids may clog or clog the pipes and machineries which are used in the industry. So at present, we are discussing the effect of high TSS. We at present of these various properties. Presently we are discussing about the total solid content, how to determine this total solid content and its effect on this various aquatic system as well as the water which is having high total solid content. That yes, anybody would like to speak? Somebody was speaking just now. So here they have been mentioned to measure this TSS. The water sample is filtered through a pre-weighed filter. The residue retained on the filter is dried in an oven for 100 to 105 until the weight of the filter no longer changes. The increase in weight of the filter represents the total suspended solids. Total suspended solids. And this TSS can also be measured by analyzing for total solids and subtracting total dissolved solids. You will get this total suspended solids, total suspended solids. Only 22 students are there. Then the factors affecting total suspended solids. The flow rate of water body is a primary factor in a total suspended solids concentration. Fast running water can carry more particles and larger size sediment. Heavy rains can pick up sand, silt, clay, organic particles such as leaves, soil, tire particles from the land and carry it to the surface water. A change in flow rate can also affect this TSS. If the speed or direction of water current increases, particulate matter from bottom sediments may be resuspended. So the factors affecting total suspended solids, one of the most important factor, that is high flow rates. The flow rate, especially you might have been seeing this high flow rate, especially in the rainy season when there is a flood is there. So you might have been seeing the flow rate of the water body is a primary factor in TSS concentration. The fast running water can carry more particles and larger size sediment. Heavy rains can pick up sand particles. Heavy rain can pick up the silt particles, clay particles, organic particles, leaves, soil, tire, etc. from land and carry it to the surface water. And change in flow rate can also affect this TSS. And if the speed or direction of water current increases, the particulate matter from bottom sediments may be resuspended. So of the various factors, that is the high flow rate factor you have to remember well, and that high flow factor is depend upon again various factors. So soil erosion, which is caused by the disturbance of land surface. Soil erosion can be caused by building and road construction, forest fires, lodging, mining. The eroded soil particles can be carried by the storm water to surface water. This will increase this TSS of the water body. Then urban runoff. Soil erosion is another factor for affecting this TSS. Soil erosion is caused by disturbances of land surfaces. Soil erosion can be caused by this building and road construction. Some of this, what you can, this digging of the soil which is carried out, forest fire, lodging, mining. The eroded soil particles can be carried from storm water to surface water, and this will increase this TSS of the water body. Apart from this, what you can say, this apart from this high flow rate, that is urban runoff during storm events, soil particles and debris from streets and industrial, commercial and residential areas can be washed into the streams. And because of the large amount of this pavement in urban areas, then infiltration is decreased, velocity increases, and natural settling areas have been removed. So the sediment is carried through the storm drains directly to creeks and rivers. So urban runoffs are also responsible to the factors affecting these TSSs. So wastewater and septic system effluents. The effluent from wastewater treatment plants, effluents from wastewater treatment plants can be suspended, can add suspended solids to a stream. The wastewater from our houses contains this food residue, human waste, and other solid material that we put down our drains. Most of the solids are removed from the water at wastewater treatment plants before being discharged to the stream. But treatments can't eliminate everything. So decaying plants and animals. As plants and animals decay, suspended organic particles are released and can contribute to the TSS concentration. Then bottom feeding fish. The bottom feeding fish such as a crab can stir up these sediments, and they can remove the vegetation. These sediments can contribute to the TSS. Then because of this TSS, the water quality standards regarding these total suspended solids for this regulating authority is there, regulating agency is there, controlling agency is there. And so as per neither the US Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, or the state Colorado provide a standard for TSS in drinking water. Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment Water Quality Control Division regulations 5 CCR 1002, this is their manual number, state that suspended solid levels will be controlled by effluent limitation regulations and basic standards, and best management practices, we call it as a BMPS. That is what you can say this state that suspended solid levels will be controlled by effluent limitation, regulation, basic standards and best management practices, that is BMPS. That is a BMPS. Then next question arises about these total dissolved solids. Before going for these total dissolved solids, I would like to ask you people, बाळांनो समजतंय का? आपण टोटल सस्पेंडेड सॉलिड्स पाहिलेलं आहे. आता आपल्याला टोटल डिझॉल्व सॉलिड्स पाहायचं आहे आणि टोटल व्होलाटाइल सॉलिड्स पाहायचं आहे. Before going for total dissolved solids and total suspended solids, I would like to ask you people, total suspended solids and total solids, these are the most important parameters which can assess, which can decide or which can determine this strength of the sewage, strength of the sewage. Yes, anybody from the class? Is there any problem? 22 students are there. 22 students are there. आपण प्रेझेंटी घेऊया का बाळांनो तुमची? Yes, Nazanin Inamdar, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Deepa Nalode,
Yes, sir.
Fatima Devayani, Mrudula Kumbhar,
Yes, sir.
Poonam Korde, Pradnya Shinde,
Present, sir.
Prajakta Ghadge, Prajakta More,
Yes, sir.
Prasad Prasad Salunke,
Yes, sir.
Prashant Budavle,
Yes, sir.
Reshma Mulani,
Yes, sir.
Ritu Shelar,
Yes, sir.
Sucheta Kuchekar,
Present, sir.
Sakshi Pawar,
Present, sir.
संयोगिता साळुंके,
Present, sir.
श्रद्धा यादव,
Present, sir.
सिद्धी शिंदे,
Yes, sir.
स्नेहा मोरे,
Present, sir.
तन्वी निकम,
Yes, sir.
वैष्णवी पवार.
Present, sir.
तुमची ते प्रेझेंटी कुठे लावतात बाळांनो, ते जरा तुम्हाला घेता येत असले तर शॉर्ट स्क्रीनशॉट घेऊन कोण प्रेझेंट आहे ते मला किंवा डिपार्टमेंटच्या ह्याच्यावरती पाठवा. तुमच्या ह्याच्यावरती कोण पाठवेल, कोण प्रेझेंट आहे ते.